Today we're going to be ranking all 40 classes from best to worst, including the latest ones added to 99 Nights in the Forest. With over 40 classes in the game, it might be difficult for a beginner to know what they should spend their diamonds on. Okay, so for the first class we have the Assassin class. Very good class, absolutely the best class for speedrunning. It gives you a katana, which is like a spear, similar to a spear. It also gives you kunai, which is very good. It has the highest DPS consistently if you can spam it or macro it. Overall very good. Gives you a sprint speed as well, with the drawback of having a bit less HP, but overall absolutely god tier class. This is one of the best classes in the game and the best class for speedrunning. Okay, so now we have the Ranger. This class spawns with a revolver and some ammo. It is pretty terrible and I do not recommend this class at all. This is a waste of 70 diamonds and probably placing this on F tier. It's a pretty bad class, I don't recommend buying it. Okay, so next up we have the Scavenger. For 40 gems you get extra 2 sec speed and you open chests faster. It's actually not that bad. I'll probably put it at like D tier, maybe B tier. Okay, we'll put it for B tier for now. Now we have the Snowman, which spawns with a snowball cannon for 100 diamonds. It's not terrible as per se, but it's not that good either. But there's worse class, so I'm putting this on B tier. Now we have the Support class. Also not very expensive, I think it's like 45 diamonds. It absorbs some of the damage that someone will do to you if you bond it with your teammate. It's actually not that bad of a class, but it's also not that useful. I'll probably put it at C tier. Okay, we have now the Alien class. Alien class spawns with a ray gun and gives you movement speed, which is also it's a rare buff and many classes don't have that movement speed buff. It's actually very good because of that. And you also have night vision during the night. For 100 diamonds, it's a pretty good beginner class. I'm putting this on A tier. And now we have the Undead class. This class is very underrated. Many people don't know about it, but it does have a few drawbacks, like you need to get revived and you need someone to revive you, but the bonuses are very good. Like comparable to the big game hunter, where you get extra HP, extra damage, extra movement speed. Overall, this class also spawns with a bandage. I'll put this on probably A tier, or I'll probably I think B tier, yeah, below Alien. So we have the Witch class. So this class is technically free. You could get this from the Halloween event. Unfortunately, those who didn't play during that time won't be able to get this class. But this class, specifically for hard mode, is actually decent. It's not that bad and it's free. So I'll probably put this in A tier only because of hard mode, because you can heal players, I guess. Or maybe B tier. I'll put it B tier. No, A tier. Okay. Okay, next up we have the Zookeeper, which lets you tame an extra animal and tame them faster, which is decent. Taming an extra animal is decent for 70 gems. Is actually not that bad of a deal, and it lets you have, like, if you're playing the winter biome, you will have 3 Brawler bears, which is actually pretty strong. So I'm actually putting this on B tier. Not that bad of a class. Now we have the Pyromaniac, which is a 5-star class. It costs 600 diamonds. You spawn with a flamethrower. I mean, it's not that good. It's kind of probably the worst of the 5 stars, because you also have to refill it with fuel canisters and oil barrels, which you can only get from exploring the map or using an oil drill, and even then it takes 8 minutes per oil barrel. Not that good. I would not recommend buying this class, or probably put this on D tier. Next up we have the Poison Master class, which you do spawn with poison armor and a blowpipe. And you also do more damage with enemies who are poisoned. However, that is not very useful, and it also costs 200 diamonds. I will not recommend this class either. I'm probably putting this on D tier. Yeah, next up we have the Base Defender. Okay, so the Base Defender will spawn with 2 defense blueprints, and your defenses can be upgraded and will do more damage, which is not terrible for 40 gems or diamonds, whatever you want to call them. But it has one issue, is that the defenses do break, so it's not as useful, but at least you can pick them up with a hammer now, so it's not as bad. So I'm probably putting this on B tier just because of how cheap it is. Okay, now we have the Berserker, which lets you self-revive when you die once, and also is a 3-star and costs 100 diamonds. This class is pretty bad. You don't want to die in the first place. I don't recommend this class. I'm putting this on F tier. Is a waste of diamonds. Okay, next up is the Beastmaster class. This class is a bit expensive. It costs 400 diamonds, but it allows you to have a maximum of 5 pets, and you can also summon tamed wolves using 3 stake. So it's actually not that bad. It's a pretty good class. And you can have, for example, 5 polar bears, which is very, very strong. So I'm probably putting this on A tier. It's probably one of the stronger classes in the game. Next up, we have the camper. To be honest, the camper is hated a lot, and it's not that bad. For 10 diamonds, you get 10% less hunger drain, which is pretty good if you're gonna AFK and you don't want to spend diamonds on anything else or don't have a way to afford them. It's actually not that bad. Putting this on B tiers is because you can AFK it. Now we have the blacksmith, another 200 diamond class. It's pretty good because if you reset, you can halve the cost of, for example, let's say log walls or farm plots, so you don't need to waste as much wood, which makes farming less tedious. So it's a pretty good class and lets you skip the next tier of crafting. Pretty good. So the one drawback is that you need a team to play with this class. It's not really ideal to play this class solo. It's not the best. I will place it A tier or S. No, I'll place it A tier just because you need a team to play with it, but overall it's a pretty good class. Okay, next up we have the medic, which is you spawn with 2 bandages, costs 40 diamonds. It's a 2-star. It's actually a pretty good 2-star for starting. If you have you're playing with friends or teammates that die a lot, you spawn with 2 bandages, you can revive them. To be honest, a pretty good starter class. There's no drawbacks to it. There's obviously better classes, but I'm putting this on the top of B tier because it has no drawbacks. It's not a bad class at all. Okay, next up we have Gambler, a 3-star. So what he does is when max upgraded, he has a 60% chance of upgrading the chest you're opening. This is very OP. When you're opening gold chests, you can get a lot of ruby loot and also gems of the forest, so you can speedrun and get the temporal accelerator faster. Very good class overall, only costs 55 diamonds, has 0 drawbacks. This is one of the best classes in the game as well. I will not put it as... This is a very underrated class as well, but I will not put it on the same tier as Assassin, probably. I'll put it S tier. Okay, next up we have the Brawler, which is a 100 diamond, 3-star cost class. And this class is actually pretty underrated. Yes, you cannot use ranged weapons, but you do have extra HP regeneration and an extra 40% HP and 30% melee damage. This is very strong if you have something like the Kite or full meteor armor, which will make you completely unkillable. This class is actually not that bad, but you do need a setup to make it work. So I will put it A tier, but because of that, I'm actually gonna put it B tier. Okay, next up we have the Brute, a 50 diamond 2-star class, which is not that bad as it offers you a shield. An obsidian shield at max level, but that doesn't matter. So what it does, it functions similar to a riot shield, but you can taunt enemies, including the deer, so it lets you escape. It's not that bad. Long term, it's not that good, but early game, and so it's decent class. I'm probably gonna place this on B tier as well. Okay, next up we have the Big Game Hunter, which is a 5-star class, 600 diamond cost, which lets you get bonuses when consuming pelts, like extra health, extra damage, and so on. So this class is actually pretty good, as it lets you infinite HP by consuming mammoth tusks, which makes it a pretty good class, and I will recommend it, but not over something like Assassin. So I'm putting this on S tier because it's a pretty good class. Next up we have the Chef. Chef is a 4-star, 150 diamond cost. It's decent, it has some good recipes, but it's kinda expensive and not that worth. Unless if you're playing something like Thanksgiving, then I'll put it way higher, but since not, just general gameplay, I'll probably put this B tier. Next up we have the Fire Bandit, which is a 4-star 200 diamond cost class, which is a favorite of many, and it's actually a pretty good class. You spawn with an infernal crossbow and some wildfire. You also have a chance to make enemies burn, making it an overall a pretty decent class. It can also cook the mobs for you, or the animals, whatever you want to call them. I'm gonna put this on A tier probably. Top of A tier, maybe S tier. It's a pretty good class, but I don't think it's better than those two classes, so I'll leave it there. Next up we have the Chef, a 2-star 40 diamond class. So this class is pretty cheap and is actually not that bad since you have the hearty steel when you max it. which heals you. So it's like a mini bandage. It's not that bad. It's pretty good on teams as well. Probably put this on B tier. Just for the sole reason you can heal using stews, which is like a bandage. However, if you're playing hard mode, it's probably not that good. So I'll probably put it lower if you're playing hard mode. Okay, next up we have the Vampire, which is another 5-star, 600 damage cost class, and it has some issues, which its kit, essentially, it's not that good. It's kind of bad for a 5-star, but if you're playing specifically hard mode, it's decent, since it heals you, and sometimes you cannot heal in hard mode. It gives you some extra movement speed at night and healing at night, but it also has a lifesteal ability, but overall, nothing crazy, but I'll place it on A tier. Okay, the Lumberjack. So the Lumberjack is actually a very good class. 100 diamond costs for a 3-star. Not bad at all. What it does is basically it gives you more wood and extra log for each time you're chopping a tree. This is good for building bases and so on. It has one issue because it got like slightly nerfed indirectly because of the addition of the fairy update, the biome, where you have bright wood, which you get tons and tons of saplings and wood, making this class not as useful. So previously I probably put it S tier, but because of that, it's not as useful. I'll probably place it on an A or B. Probably place it on A. Okay, the Necromancer, another 600 diamond 5-star class. So this class lets you revive cultists to fight for you, up to 6. But in my opinion, this class is just the worst version of the Houndmaster. It's just polar bears as is stronger and bears as is stronger. I don't think it's worth. You should, if you want to buy this, just buy the Houndmaster. It's better in my opinion. It's not worth it. But it's not terrible, so place it on B tier. The Decorator. Okay, so this class is not really a class anymore. It's more of a game pass. So before, I would have placed it on like D tier because it's not that useful. But now that is a game pass, if you had this class before, you have a free hammer, which is, I mean, there's no drawbacks. You just have a free hammer. So if you had this class before, well, you're very lucky. This class is amazing now since it stacks with other classes now. Okay, now this class, the Engineer. I mean, to be honest, this class costs 1,000 diamonds, and it's the only 6-star class in the game. And this class is terrible. I hope you didn't buy this class. It's really bad. You know, I'm gonna make its own tier just for that, because how bad this is. This is really bad. This class is terrible. Don't buy this class. Yeah, I have nothing to say about it. Yeah, you can have sentries and stuff, but like, at that point, just buy Cyborg, buy Assassin, buy Gambler, buy any of the other classes. This class is terrible. Okay, next up we have the Explorer, which is a 3-star class with a cost of 80 diamonds, but it's just a better scavenger. Yeah, so Explorer is just a better version of the scavenger. You also get the 2 extra sack space, but you also have increased speed when exploring the map, which makes you very fast, faster than Assassin or Alien or any of the other classes that give you speed. So this class is actually pretty good. Putting this on S tier, very good class. Okay, next up we have Farmer, which is a 3-star class, costs 80 diamonds, but this is a very niche class, and it was useful on Thanksgiving, but other than that, it's not really that useful. It's kinda expensive as well. It basically gives you a water can, which you can water your farm plots for a higher chance of getting rare crops. Not that useful. C tier. Next up we have the Fisherman, which is the 2-star 50 diamond cost class. So this class has very big issues. First, fishing is not that useful, and when you're fishing you do not actually want to level up your rod, and this makes it faster to level up your rod, which is completely useless. This class is terrible, don't use it. D tier. Okay, now we have again a very good class, Cyborg, which is a 600 diamond 5-star class, and this class spawns you with alien armor, which is basically iron armor but better. It's a bit stronger. And spawns you with, of course, the laser cannon, which is very OP, can kill multiple enemies at once. Recharges is infinite, and if you have Cyborg fully upgraded, it does even more damage and allows you to recharge on kill. So this class is very strong. Late game, early game, doesn't matter. The strongest. This class is one of the best classes in the game, if not the best. We're putting that on S+ tier. Okay, now we have the Gifting Elf. I do not have this class, but you basically can give your teammates presents every so often. I don't know how many minutes, I think it's like 10 minutes. And you can get something like ammo, some bandages. It's also a bit grindy to grind for this class during Christmas. But it's technically free. It doesn't cost any diamonds, so it's not that bad, but it's not that good. But because it's free, I'll put it on B tier. Okay, now we have the Pelt Hunter, 40 diamond 2-star class. This class is pretty terrible. It just gives you more pelts and more meat when killing animals. I don't really see the point of this class. You shouldn't be spending money on this class either. And we have 4 new classes. So let's start with a Grenadier, which is a 3-star class. This class is not that good. All it does, you spawn with some dynamite, some impact grenades, and that's pretty much it. Not that useful. Probably put this on C tier. Don't really like this class. Don't really see the point of it. Next up, we have the Nightcrawler, which is another 3-star class. However, it costs 200 diamonds. However, it is better than the Grenadier. When it's nighttime, you have like an aura around you, and you get like extra bonus damage, movement speed, and so on. The deer is also less likely to spawn on you, but if you're playing solo, that doesn't really matter. It's better, but it's not that good, so I'm probably placing it on B tier. Its weapon is also very bad. Okay, now we have the Feaster, a 3-star class, 150 diamonds. But this class is actually pretty good because whenever you eat food and cooked food, you get 2 extra HP. So if you eat a berry, a cooked steak, or a carrot, you get 2 extra HP. And you can also have stews on you as a bandage. So whenever you eat a stew, you will heal up. And you get extra damage and movement speed as well if you overeat. This class is pretty good. And finally, we have the Gunslinger class, which costs 600 diamonds and is the newest 5-star class added to the game. This class has a revolver which can be upgraded by killing certain enemies, such as wolves, bears, and cultists. This is basically the Ranger, but unlike the Ranger, which is a useless class, this class is actually worth 2 diamonds. Especially since whenever you're doing the Stronghold, for example, you will be able to upgrade the damage of the revolvers used by killing enemies. You can also get a chance of shooting explosive bullets by killing mammoths in either the volcano or winter biome. So overall, this class I would say it's a pretty strong class. I think I'll be placing it on top of the S tier, but it's definitely not better than Assassin or Cyborg. So if you plan on buying a 5-star class, I would highly recommend the Cyborg or the Assassin, depends on your playstyle. If any of you disagree with any of the rankings on those classes, comment down below. Why do you think a class should be rated higher or lower? Though if you did enjoy the video, please make sure to leave a like.